when you're 61 and fat, but you can snow dance with elegance.
Stanley Marsh, III, was a polarizing character in Amarillo. He was known for his love of anarchy in this conservative city. He played tricks and organized stunts, such as his crashing of a Weather Channel live shot. He believed people were prone to fall into mental ruts, and he was determined to shake them out of them.
And there's two ways to make Amarillo better. One is to have business grow and to get more people to move here, and the other is to drive all the soreheads to Lubbock. I think we ought to have a roundup, and we ought to say, "Oh, ye soreheads, go soreheads, go!" and we ought to race them all to Lubbock.
He grew up in the Wolfland neighborhood, the heir to an oil and cattle fortune. He was devising pranks as far back as his Amarillo high school days in the 50s. Afterward, he received an impressive education and was a successful businessman. He bought KVII-TV in 1967. He also married Wendy O'Brien in '67, and they built their house off Western and named it Toad Hall. Marsh had developed a love of art and gathered a number of artists around him, such as the Ant Farm. They were to create the iconic Cadillac Ranch. He commissioned other works over the years, such as the Floating Mesa, Ozymandias on the Plains, created by Lightnin' McDuff, the sign project of the Dynamite Museum, and the internationally famous ramp.
Some things in life should be a secret. Some things in life should be like an Easter egg hunt, where you have to look until you find it.
These works made Marsh an artistic legend and helped put Amarillo on the map. He also developed an annoyance over the years for the Wittenberg family. The Marsh-Wittenberg feud was entertaining for most Amarilloans, but things got out of hand for Marsh in the mid-90s after an incident with a young Wittenberg. Marsh apparently locked him in a chicken coop for stealing one of his signs. That was the beginning of what would become Stanley Marsh's public image disintegration. A Wittenberg lawsuit resulted in Marsh having to sell KVII-TV, and that's when young men began filing lawsuits claiming Marsh had molested them. Many of the alleged assaults were said to have happened in Marsh's office in the Chase Tower. Marsh settled many of the lawsuits, but criminal charges have also been filed, and more lawsuits are being filed, alleging similar sexual assaults. Marsh suffered several strokes in 2011.
The indictments returned today are mere allegations.